announcement was made yesterday afternoon. Earlier, I talked to Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger, who supports the decision. You're one of the few Republican congressmen in the House who's now publicly supporting the appointment of a special counsel to investigate Russia. Do you think more Republicans are going to start to follow suit? And if so, is that trouble for President Trump?
Well, I think it's the right thing to do. I called for this yesterday morning. I said, look, this has gotten too partisan, and basically any new piece of information, people now put through their partisan stripes instead of, what really happened. So I think you're going to see more people follow in terms of saying, hey, this is the right thing to do. Let's move forward. And I don't know if it's going to be trouble for the president at all. I think we need all the facts out there. And either the facts are going to say, when it's all said and done, there was nothing here, or there may be something there, and if there is, we deserve to know about it. But my main concern right now, Anderson, is not so much 2018, 2020. It's the institution of government, and people have lost so much faith in it that I think for a moment we have to put aside our partisan politics to do that, to do right.
It's possible, though, that the special counsel will find that there was nothing illegal that was done, but certainly in the minds of some voters, something wrong was done morally or just inappropriate, but it doesn't cross a legal threshold. And it's possible the special counsel would not even make a report in that case explaining what happened.
Yeah, that's possible. If the special counsel comes to that, then it really becomes a political question. If somebody says, yeah, but I think he did something morally wrong or whatever, they would put that politics into action. If there's a law issue, obviously, then we get that and we understand where to go forward from there, depending on what it is. I don't think no matter what happens out of this, 100% of Americans are not going to be satisfied that all justice was done. But I do think that putting it through an independent counsel like this, you're going to have more Americans that, with whatever the end result is, have more faith in the system than had it gone through Congress.
When the president says that the appointment of a special counsel hurts our country terribly and labels it a witch hunt, is he just wrong? I mean, are those statements appropriate?
I think he is wrong. I don't think it's a witch hunt. Look, if the president thinks there's nothing to hide in this, this will exonerate him, and this will look. President Reagan had a special counsel appointed on him, and he was a very successful president for 8 years. The appointment of this does not indicate guilt. It's just saying we have some legitimate questions. What's great about our democracy, and a lot of the times we get into this kind of trees in the forest and we forget looking at the big forest. What's great about our democracy is we hold our leaders accountable. There's so many countries around the world that they can't do that.
It's interesting you talk about celebrating. I mean, the president has not said explicitly he will fully comply with the investigations. What happens if he doesn't? Or do you anticipate the White House will?
I think the White House will. In terms of what actually happens, I don't know. I don't know the actual legal part of that, but I think they will. I think any look of obstruction or not giving everything to the independent counsel. And look, Robert Mueller seems like pretty much a bulldog. He can get the stuff he needs. You have obviously Rosenstein that is very focused on doing the right thing by putting him in place. So it's going to take probably a month or so, maybe 2 months to get this up and running. But there's a lot of information that Mr. Mueller can compile and look at, get more information. I think talking to General Flynn's going to be essential. Talking to Paul Manafort's going to be essential. And put this all together and get an answer. We deserve it. We all do.
I also want to ask you about what the Washington Post reported about what House Majority Leader McCarthy said in June of last year in a transcript of the conversation that the Post released. Kevin McCarthy says, there's two people I think Putin pays, Rohrabacher and Trump, swear to God. Speaker Ryan says this is an off-the-record, no leaks, all right. Speaker Ryan went on to say, what's said in the family stays in the family. And the Majority Leader has said he was joking. Do you think it's possible the president was indeed on Russia's payroll?
No, I don't think so. Look, we always kind of tease Dana Rohrabacher here because he's very kind of pro-Russian in what he says, and he'll admit it, so we joke around with him about that. I know Kevin McCarthy. I know his sense of humor, and when I read that, I see a joke. I see him kind of chuckling, trying to be funny. When you read it and you don't know his sense of humor, you can see where this comes from. But look, I wasn't in this meeting, but I can tell you, Kevin McCarthy did not believe that Donald Trump was on Putin's payroll.
Congressman, I appreciate talking to you as always. Thank you.